everyone. Welcome back. Thank you for bearing with us while we got up to take a quick break and do some self care after that experience. Um, we join our heroes at the end of the battle for Lafandi with General Acasta knocked unconscious and many of their allies um, dead on General Acosta's behalf. We will rejoin. That's yeah. We'll just jump right in. That's where we join our heroes, standing
Uh,
around the battlefield.
so Resonant is going to look kind of she's white as a sheet after seeing what happened to Ori, remembering what uh, Brilliance said about the uh, the kid that she used to know, and she flies over next to him and starts trying to pull on the power of her malachite, trying to heal his wounds. Um, I'm just pouring energy into him and like, you stupid, brave, stupid little idiot. And all the while she's glaring at her uncle, and she looks up at Overdrive and she says, can you get something to make sure he does not wake up with the ability to do any more harm than he's already done?
Uh, exactly what are you asking me to do, Resonant?
Bindings, like mummificate, like mummy wrap him.
You think that will hold him once he's conscious? I mean,
No, I
you
mean,
know better what his powers are. Is there anything that
he doesn't have any. He, he was never connected to Lafandi the way we gem mages are. At least not that I know of.
so he just pulled this off with raw charisma?
And Una's assistance and control of the
Do we
terminus, most likely.
do we do we have anything that can I mean, I don't know this magic stuff. Do we have anything that can basically shield him from like make sure he's cut off from Una? Any material we can make the bindings out of?
Check with Berea. Check with my mom.
Okay. You hang in there.
Yeah. And she'll just continue trying to bring Ori back to life,
Cool. Um,
kind of pleading with Lafandi to give her the ability to make sure this make sure he doesn't pass
all right. So, do you want to spend a hero point for the resurrection extra on the
beyond.
healing, or go
Yeah.
fatigued?
No, we'll I've got the hero point. We'll go ahead and throw the resurrection.
Are we
Mm-hmm.
back? It looks like we're back.
I think we're back.
I think we're back too.
Yep.
So
Audio's
you were
good.
asking if it was one per rank. I believe that's the case.
Yes, it is one per rank, so that will cut your healing in half, and I need you to roll a healing check with that reduced rank.
Okay. Do. Let me double check my healing. Malachite. Did it? It's 13, so it becomes 6, or does it round up to 7?
Rounds up to 7.
Okay. I will spend my last hero point to re-roll that. That becomes a 27.
Awesome.
Reroll of a 10 exactly.
So you are able to bring Ori back to life, Resident. What happens?
Resonant pours energy from. She continues to draw on the energy of her malachite, her neck. The binding around her neck becomes really warm, and the malachite is glowing extremely bright. It almost looks like cracks are starting to form in the malachite until there's a surge and the cracks reform and Ori bolts upright, gasping, almost as though LaFondy itself pushed Resonant over the edge.
And his eyes flutter open, and he gasps and looks around. Jim, he just starts crying. He can't even get words out. And if you're amenable, he will try to hug you around your neck.
Yeah, she'll let him. And she'll look out to Mortis or Morturia. Can I get a hand here?
Sure.
I want him as far away from my uncle as possible.
With that, Mortis will grab the remnants of the Cloak of Flight and Ori and fly them into the compound.
Yeah, Bowman was in the middle of trying to sort of gather up as much of the cape as the cape as he could.
Just picking up red string all throughout the battlefield.
A little bit, yeah. Just like he's kind of like limping a bit, probably holding his side. The fall was kind of rough on him still, so.
Do I sense any residual energies at all coming off the material of the cloak?
So Mortis, with your soul sight, you can see that neither Rar nor the cloak have any soul energy left in them. And not the way that you're used to, where the soul goes somewhere else and you can sort of see the trail. You think that these souls were annihilated. And Mortis can give that information to the group in whatever emo way he sees fit.
Good dance.
We'll go talk to what's his face.
Shadavan?
What's his name? What is it?
Shadavan?
Shadavan, yes. Why are you here?
I was sent here by Una to assist the general with his coup on the planet.
How did that go for you?
You can see how it went for me.
Well,
Truth is, I don't know how she has so much influence in the Terminus anyway, with Omega still around.
I don't know.
We thought with the death of Tarvon we would be done with this Earth magic stuff.
Unfortunately for you, you aren't.
And now you're the Master
What are your
Mage.
plans? I am the Master Mage, yes, correct. What are your plans from here?
I'm going to go back to the Terminus and report to Omega about what I've learned.
No. Mm-mm. No.
You do not command me, witch.
I actually already have. You're gonna work for me. I want you to go and inform me of the things going on in the Terminus. Anything that you hear about Una, any plans that Omega has, you will come and report to me, your Master Mage.
Give me an intimidate check. And I'll give you a +5 circumstance bonus.
Because you're scared, Alex, too.
Intimidate. Ugh. Hold on, I'm gonna use the hero point. I want to be more intimidating now. And I still have 3. Oh. Roll it again. 26 plus 5, so 31.
31. he can't really narrow his eyes because he's wearing a helmet. But you feel
Frank.
he's got Spider-Man eyes.
That's his metal dens.
The lights dim to show that he's narrowing his eyes.
He says, "As you wish, Master Mage."
Do I get the impression that he's going to do what I say, or do I think that he's going to betray me?
Give me an insight check.
Jesus. I'm going to roll again.
Cha-cha, real smooth.
I'm really hoping that we don't have another giant battle, in the next hour, so. Oh my god. Okay, well, 27.
With a 27, you get a couple of different reads off of him. You get the impression that he is going to do what you request, but you also get the impression that you have earned a modicum of respect from him.
But he's gonna do what I say.
He is going to do what you say.
Good. You can go. I'll
You're
see you shortly.
You're dismissed.
You can go about your business.
How should
Move
I
along.
relay this information to you?
Raven. No.
I'm going to send a raven from the terminus.
Might take a while.
Which questions? What does the terminus raven look like, and do we want to know?
Do we want that showing up
we
in our
don't wanna
window?
know.
Probably not.
I think this raven's an Omega drone.
After that.
Nevermore.
You just need to find a way to communicate to me without Omega or Una finding out that you are. I think you're smart enough to do that.
Look at Centuria being a good middle manager with that compliment sandwich.
Alright.
And he will
It's a
give you
good
a slight head bow, and he will say, "As you wish." Expect my report within the week. And he will
And
fuck
then
off
once
back to
he's
the
gone-
terminus.
Yeah, she's gonna come over to Rar's rock body and she's gonna cry a lot.
A couple of the other crystalloids are going to join you, and they are pulsating with blue light as they kneel next to you in the gravel that was once Rar.
You're such a good boy. I'm so proud of you.
Bowman is
Overdrive?
currently trying.
Oh, go ahead, Roman.
Oh no, I'm just saying he's like currently using the bow itself to hold himself up as he's sort of standing next to Centuria and what's left of Rar.
Overdrive, what are you doing with General Acasta?
I am looking quickly for Berea to see if she has some insight into something that might keep him successfully bound up and out of trouble.
Well, up until recently, we haven't. Well, I guess I'm not from this time period, so I don't know. But Resident's mom will say, up until recently, we haven't had need for incarceration in Lafandi. But the general was kind enough to build camps around the world. We could probably put him in one of those and assign some people to watch over him.
Are there people you can trust to watch over him, to make sure he doesn't communicate with anybody outside and rally more nonsense and madness?
Yes, we have resistance members who would be more than willing to babysit him.
Do you have a way to contact them?
There's and she sort of looks around to the different resistance people and says, "Yeah, we can. Some of these folks will be willing, I'm sure."
All right. If you can put together an honor guard, I will take them and the general to a secure camp so we can keep them on lockdown.
And Lisa will nod and say, "Give me a moment. I will go and see who I can rally."
And while I'm waiting, I'll just kind of keep an eye on General Acosta, make sure he's not waking up anytime soon.
Give me a treatment check. Or a technology check, whichever one's higher.
Technology. That is What happened to my thing? No. Oh, it's a 19. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and reroll that. I don't know that 19's gonna do the job. That's a little better. That's 25.
As you're getting a better examination of Acasta, you don't think he is a living person.
What?
You think this may be another one of his Acasta robots.
Son of a. I just kind of look around at the rest of the team who are clearly grieving and mourning.
Yeah, this one looks to be more sophisticated than the one you fought in the execution square, but it does appear to be some kind of remote operated drone.
When Berea comes back, I will quietly let her know. So that she can pass the word to the resistance leaders right away that he's probably still out there somewhere. I will try to spare Resonant that for now.
Awesome. Oh, robot, let Jonesy say that.
Nope, it's fine.
Jonesy said, fuck the life model decoys. Berea will thank you for that information. And Lisa, when she returns, will... Are you going to tell her as well?
Yes.
She'll say that you have broken his army. All of the reinforcements she knows about that he has were here. So, wherever he is going to be a problem, but he won't be able to rally too much support after Resonance display.
We shouldn't.
Gemma's display. She wouldn't call it Resonance.
We shouldn't count on that staying that way. So, let's keep an ear to the ground.
We'll keep an eye for him, and we'll handle him in our way.
At this point, Gemma will have made her way over to the pile of gem ash that was Rar, and she'll look at Centuria and Bowman, and she'll kneel down and she'll put her hands over it, and she will just sob. And she'll do that for a few minutes before she kind of sits back and just doesn't seem to have anything left in her. And she'll look up at the two of them and say, "I'm so sorry."
Oh, Kat, you're on mute. Oh, no, you're not. Your microphone just picked that up.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
He just did what I told him to do. It's honestly my fault, but I'm glad that he was able to help you.
He helped us a lot. He really did.
This is what happens when you get a little bit too close to me.
No, it's not your fault. We're still here.
Yeah.
And she'll pull Centuria into a hug.
She'll accept the hug, but cry more.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of crying.
Lots of crying.
Yeah, Bowman's just mostly keeping to himself, sort of stewing at the moment, kind of thinking of how much he came to like Rar almost instantly, and how much he was like actually getting along with the Cape, at this point, and his mind is really kind of just thinking back to Jason and worrying what kind of path he might have set this kid on. That's sort of at the forefront for him right now.
Death by robot dinosaur.
Yeah, well, after what he had seen in the Sofunador Mind Palace,
Well, Gemma, after a moment, Lisa, your mom, will come out to where you all are. And she is also tearing up about Roar.
And Resident will she'll look at her mom and she'll just walk over and kind of collapse into her and just the tears don't stop. She buries her head in her shoulder, and it's this mix of it's a mix of happy tears that her mom is okay and very sad tears at everything that has happened up until this point.
Yeah,
And
she
then
will hold you for a long time, and then she will pull away from you and say, "You got so big."
I'm sorry I was gone for so long.
Well, it looks like you've made some friends, and you've been doing okay for yourself.
Yeah. I missed you.
I missed you more than you'll ever know. Tell me all about it, and she'll say we should leave this area and make way for somewhere more festive. We should celebrate the sacred dead and the victory.
Word has to reach the rest of Lafondie, I suppose.
Give me a perception check, Resident.
Okie doke. 31.
As you say that, you actually sort of feel in the magical energy of the world that Lafondie has passed that message along to anybody who's connected to its gem powers. You feel that from the moment you combined your gems and had your massive murder everybody power go off.
I just knocked everybody unconscious.
Yeah. Lafondie itself almost feels like it is thrown off a shackle. You don't feel Una's presence here anymore.
That's good. And she'll lightly chuckle to herself, say, I think Lafondie took care of that for at least a good chunk of the population.
She'll say, then shall we return to Pearl?
Yeah. Let's gather up everyone we can. It's going to be a long trip.
Yes, it is. Especially if you all don't go via Speedbike.
I don't think Overdrive can take everybody, but he can probably do it relatively few trips.
Yeah. And some of you could travel pretty fast on your own.
Take only what you need. Don't have a Spaceballs limit.
Take only what you need. I need this 20-piece set of luggage.
Entire collection of Cops on DVD and Blu-ray.
and VHS and
Wow.
Laserdisc
Who will
and this
ask the bad
Laserdisc
boys?
player.
Now it's gone too far.
Who will ask the bad boys what you gonna do? If not us. So you all do. I'm gonna yada yada a little bit. You do make it to Pearl. Overdrive. Do you give anybody else the news that you have, or are you going to hold on to that secret?
I will tell Mortis. Morturia. And
Or just size.
yeah, I think just Mortis. This guy's got more robot duplicates than hair follicles. It's kind of annoying. I really don't like this guy.
We shouldn't leave him out here in the wind.
Yeah.
But
So I just say, everyone else seems a little distraught with the death of those close to them. I don't know. I just doesn't seem like the right time to tell them yet.
I think
You know,
Mr.
you get-
Fox may have been knocked off the top raft.
What?
Part of me thinks we should stay here and try to hunt him down, but then we've got all this stuff going on, and if the other version of me is having any luck getting Nick back, and then Una and
I mean, we are kind of magically divided right now. Like, I don't know if we should linger in that. I mean, given that time travel's involved, maybe we can come back here later and sort out Uncle Acasta. I just can't shake the feeling that we gotta move past this, and I don't know how to tell them that.
I don't know. And that weapon from the terminus just seems all sort of unreal.
Yeah, there's a lot of loose ends to tie up.
I think it's best we don't tell Resident, at least not yet. I mean, she might hold it against us if we don't tell her that. I mean,
Yeah, I know. It's one of those.
if you'd kept secrets about my father-in-law being out there somewhere, I wouldn't know what I would have done.
So you think just rip the bandage off and tell her?
Definitely tell her before we leave. That way she can decide if she needs to stay here or if she is able to come with us to finish this thing with Uma. We're in no position to take that choice away from her, though.
That's a good point. All right. So I will. As sort of people are gathering up and we're getting ready to make the Speedway trip, I will try to sort of pull Resident aside.
I'll be over there nearby.
Hey, Dave, what's up?
I know you've been through a lot today, and I wasn't sure if it was the right time to let you know this. Because of that, your uncle was just the top shelf model of another decoy robot. We didn't actually bag your uncle today.
And you can see her kind of deflate a bit.
Sort of, put a hand on her shoulder, kind of. I know that's tough to hear right now, but
And she looks up at you, and she's there are tears in the corner of her eyes, and she turns from you really quickly and looks up into the sky and just shouts, "Coward!" before just like coming back and settling in on herself. She puts both hands on her shoulders and kind of like she's like turning inwards, and she's like, then LaFonde isn't safe. Everything we did was just a stopgap.
We broke his army. I know it's not what you want to hear right now, but sometimes that's all we can do.
Yeah. Well, wherever he's gone, I'll find him someday.
We got your back when that day comes. We're with you.
Appreciate that. And she'll look over at Mortis. Thank you, both of you.
Dave will give her an overhug.
Overhug.
Is that like a fast tap on the back before anybody notices?
See right away. No, that's a hug over. That's differently. That's completely.
Awesome. So, after that, does everybody take a ride back to Pearl?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. The people of LaFonde are immensely grateful for everything you have done, Gemma. There is several days of, or sorry, not several days, but when you return, there are many people there to greet all of you, and they do ask you to stay for a feast. And Berea and your mother will say, we have to, this is your celebration, Gemma. The two of us have to convene to discuss something. And we will return in a few hours.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, it's just something we have to talk about for a minute.
Okay. Kind of feels a little weird keeping secrets from me right after that whole thing, but
we don't want to keep a secret. We need to discuss something amongst ourselves before we bring it to you.
okay. I'll go mingle.
Cool. Can you guys keep role playing for a second? I have to go to the restroom real quick.
Okay.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go talk to Berea and Lisa.
No, better not. Not in the no. Bad, Alex. Bad.
Wow.
Bowman is probably going to be off on his own for a bit, or at least not immediately joining the party.
No, because Resident will come find you because she hasn't talked to you yet, even though you were standing right there.
Yeah, no, he was keeping his mouth shut. He did see what was going on with Resident Centuria. He didn't want to interrupt that. He chose to keep everything to himself at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess at this time he is leaving whatever building we're in and just sort of outside and still in a bit of pain.
Resident will end up finding you. She'll say, "Are you okay, Flesh?"
Yeah.
You're really
No,
gonna do the? So are you really gonna do the voice?
I really don't know what any of you are talking about when you bring that up, but sure. He will like as long as they're alone, he will pull the mask back.
I didn't get a chance to thank you. I know we kind of lost a lot in that fight. And everyone kind of just stepping in and trying to do everything to protect me. It's usually the other way around. So, thank you.
I mean, you don't have to thank me for helping save people. That's what we do, right? I'm just how I feel about Rar, and right when me and the Cape are getting along, of course, it's I mean, I don't even know if either of them can be saved at this point. This stuff is still a bit beyond me.
I really don't know. And I'm sorry that I don't know. We will take the cape back, or what's left of the cape, we'll take that back to the Nexus with us. We'll let Sala take a look, see if there's anything he can do.
Maybe. I don't even know anymore.
It's not all you're worried about, though, is it?
I mean, Rar was kind of he followed us from the ancient past. And I mean, I'm sure he knew what he was doing, but he wouldn't have been there if we weren't. And I know we shouldn't blame ourselves. I mean, I don't want to dishonor his sacrifice like that, but at the same time, it's hard to shake it off.
I know, you wished it hadn't happened.
Yeah.
Me too.
I know Centuria blames herself. I don't know if there's anything I can say to change your mind.
No, she's stubborn. I think we all are to some degree. But no, it's not our fault. He came with us. It was his choice. We have to honor his sacrifice, I suppose, rather than lament that it happened.
Yeah, Bowman will nod in agreement with that. I guess the least we can do is hope to earn what he gave us when he gave us that fighting chance.
Yep. We live for Rar now. Right?
Hell yeah. This might be a bit much right now, but I was sort of out of the loop in the conversation. Do we know what we're doing about your uncle? We're able to restrain him? Is there somewhere we can put him?
And she'll kind of
That's never going to heal if you don't stop picking.
yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't there. I don't know.
she'll turn inward a little bit. I guess that was just another decoy. The coward couldn't even be bothered to show up for that fight.
That was another robot?
Apparently.
And yeah, he will just like fall back against a nearby wall, running his hand through his hair. As he like leans back into it, he probably like winces again from that pain at his side and just shakes his head. Right. So what else do we know? Is it just a robot and that's it?
I don't know. I can have Dr. Adam take a look at him. Maybe he can give us some more information. Maybe a way to track whatever, if it was being controlled, maybe where it came from. We can track my uncle down and we can make him pay. We can keep him from doing any of this ever again. But not tonight.
Right. His forces are scattered, and the closest thing he has to an ally is probably Una, and we've seen how that worked out for the other people attached to her.
Well, if we take care of Una, take one of his allies off the table at the very least, right?
I guess my next question should be, what do you plan to do next? Are you going to stay here.
I don't think I can. Not right now. There's too much left undone. It's been so long since I've been home, though. I want to stay. But if there's any chance that we can help Seven, I can't let you guys go do that without me.
I'm not going to lie, I was really hoping to stick around, but I just didn't want to say it because I didn't want to color your decision in any way.
She'll give you a smile. It's come a long ways from hating us on sight, you know.
Yeah, I don't think I ever apologized to you properly for that.
You did.
Oh, that got me. I'm sorry. He will just, he'll respond with like a little half smile and pull the mask back on and say, "We should probably get back in there."
She'll chuckle as you put the voice back on. And she'll say, yeah, I've got a whole city to go see. Just didn't want you wallowing in despair by yourself. The rest of us are here for that if you need us.
Bowman will just looking to Resonant, thinking about the rest of the team. He'll say, "Yeah, I haven't really felt by myself for a while. I think I'm good."
Good to know. Oh, I'll see you later.
Yeah, I'll go check on Centuria.
Okay. And I'll go meet everyone in Pearl that I haven't seen for 10 years and some people that I never saw before.
Do you want to borrow like a smoke bomb arrow?
No, I don't think I can get out of this one.
All right. I mean, I've got spares.
I appreciate the offer.
And you will head off.
Okay.
Where were you guys talking?
We were like outside of. I was assuming the celebration was going on in some sort of indoor location. So
Whatever the
You're
Great
outside.
Hall in the Fondue is, Andy.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
there's a lot of open space in Pearl,
Oh,
but
true.
we probably it was probably like a small alleyway or something off one of the things.
Bowman, roll a perception check when you come back.
Alrighty. It's 9:42. I don't need these points. Ori already died.
Oh God.
26.
It's funny you should mention Ori.
Oh no.
Oh no!
The resurrection
You
didn't
didn't-
take?
It's like you didn't realize what he was doing.
I was General Acasta all along. No.
Yo.
Wow.
Bowman, you do see that he sees you come back in after having that conversation with Resonant, and he has sort of this dejected puppy dog look on his face.
Oh no, he's been bolted.
Oh, and like looks at him, trying not to make eye contact once he sees the expression, looks back to wherever Resonant is going, and decides to not be where either of them can see him.
I have a whole body. I'm not like Thunderbolt. Cool. So, Resonant, where are you going from here? What sort of...
Probably to the plaza. Probably to where she can be seen by everybody and they can come to her versus her trying to go to everybody.
Yeah, and thousands of people come to see you
Mm-hmm.
in the span of the next couple of hours. People who are grateful for what you've done, people who've missed you for the last 13 years, 14 years, however long it's
Yeah,
been.
13 years. Yep.
13 years. Lots of well wishers, lots of people who are coming to comment. Some people who are asking for blessings from the Master Mage for various ailments and various things. And after you've spent some time doing that, Ori and a couple of the resistance fighters will escort people out to give you space to go and rest.
And when they do, Gemma will put a hand on Ori's shoulder. I'm glad I was able to help.
Yeah, I this might not be a controversial statement, but I'm very happy to be alive instead of dead. Unless you meant like help with the whole
No,
dictator situation.
no. I meant getting you back. Didn't need another friend dying on me.
Friend zone.
Says, yeah, would it be alright for me to walk you home?
Yeah. I can do that.
He'll sort of dismiss a couple of the resistance fighters and he will guide you back to your childhood home.
And when they get to the house, she'll look at him and she'll say, Ori, I know that you have feelings for me.
It's Bowman, isn't it?
What?
Nothing. Sorry. Go on. What were you?
Yeah.
And I was gonna say I'm flattered. I am. It's been a very long 13 years, and I don't know how long I'm gonna be here. But I didn't want to not acknowledge your feelings. I don't know if I can reciprocate. I have different I have a different view on the way things were before I left home, and it's been a very long time since I've been here. So I just I don't I don't want to I don't want to try to lead you on or anything. I don't want you to I think I'm bad at this.
No, you know it's been a long time. It's been 13 years, and a lot of things have changed. But you were still amazing, and you are. You're everything that I thought you were when I was imagining what you were doing out there in the world on your own, kicking ass and becoming a hero. And I know you don't want to lead me on or anything. That makes sense. And you probably have to get back to your life.
I can't imagine that I won't be back on LaFondi. I am its master mage after all. But for now, I think there are some other things I have to take care of. And you, and she kind of punches him in the shoulder, do not need to be as reckless in the future. I won't be here next time, potentially.
Yeah. Yeah. We might not have forever, Gemma, but we could have tonight if you want.
My mom and Berea have something they want to tell me, or something they want to go off to discuss. I should probably find out what that is. And if it's not too bad, maybe we can spend some time reminiscing over school.
Yeah. He'll tell you where he lives. And he'll say, I'll wait up just in case.
Thank you for looking for me.
I'll never stop.
And she'll watch him go, and then she'll turn in to the house. Turn in to go into the house, not turn into the house. No shape changing abilities.
Boop! I'm a house now.
He's a warehouse.
Oh no!
Lots of space.
So many boxes.
Bowman, I know you wanted to go have a conversation with Centuria before we get to what Berea and Lisa have in store for Gemma.
Sure. I mean, he's gonna go try to look for her and make sure she's not literally doing what he was just doing, the big old hypocrite.
Centuria is absolutely sitting by herself, staring into a cup.
Is Davy on the table?
No, Davy's still in her pocket.
I'd like to be on
She's
the
not
table.
She's not letting him comfort her.
It's really a lot easier when I can see your face.
So yeah, I guess Fletch will show up and say, "So I get you're doing the loner thing. Do you want to do the loner thing together?" He'll just sit himself down next to her. How are you holding up? Oh, you're a bit muted there.
Microphone, cooperate.
Hello?
Yep.
There we go.
There it is.
Hello? Okay.
Hello is me.
I am doing okay. How's your leg?
I'll walk it off. I've had worse. That was only, what, 50 feet? I've fallen from higher before.
Maybe you should keep your feet on the ground.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm gonna have to for the foreseeable future.
Sandwich baggie of red yarn.
Sorry about your cloak. Cape.
Yeah, I
Cloak cape.
it had more of a personality than I expected. I mean, this magic stuff, you know how it is. Or you probably know more than I do now at this point.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, you shut down Jadavan. I didn't hear what you said to him, but you got him to turn tail and run. Not many people can do that.
I think I got him to the point where he's going to spy for me, but who knows if that'll actually work.
I mean, we could always use more information about the Terminus, I guess.
He said that Una has had a lot of influence in there, so I'm hoping that I can find something out. I don't know why she would.
Well, she got weapons or something from there. Maybe there's something else she wants.
Well, hopefully I'll know within the week.
That's something.
Yeah.
Look, I heard you blaming yourself for what happened to Rar earlier. Just, I wanted to say it's not on you.
It sort of is, though.
And
I told him to protect Resin, and I'm the reason that, one of the reasons that he came with us. I wanted him to.
He came with us because he also wanted to. I mean, you remember his face before we left?
Yeah.
Look, Rar, he wanted to save his home as much as we wanted to help save his home. I don't
Yes.
think
I guess at least we got the bastard, right?
you haven't talked to Gemma yet, have you?
Talked to her right after the battle.
Look,
What?
the guy we captured, it wasn't actually Acasta. It was another one of his robot android things. Probably a more sophisticated one, but that's my best guess right now.
Are you kidding?
I wish I was.
What are we doing here? We need to track that bastard down.
Well, until we figure out a way to do so, there's not much else we can do. Right now, his forces are scattered.
He's a robot. Do you think you could somehow hack into his technology?
Yeah, I think I might have something in the quiver for that, but Dr. Adams probably the better expert at this multi-dimensional technology. I just put things on sticks.
Do more than that.
Okay, I put them in a motorcycle sometimes too.
We can't leave here without getting him. The real him.
I don't know what we're gonna find out. We might have to, but I don't know. Look, I just
It wasn't even him that killed Rar.
I mean, it was his machine. He's still responsible for it.
Stupid robot. And she'll just sort of slam her cup down on the table in front of her.
The table shatters.
Yeah, the
Cup
table
is fine.
shatters. The cup is fine.
He'll say, look, I mean, we fought tough bastards before. We'll track them down. We'll do what we can. But for the moment, I think the people of Lafandi need to at least celebrate this win and honor the sacrifices that were made for it.
Fine. Well, I'm going to see if I can get drunk. I haven't tried in over 10 years, so hopefully it'll be pretty easy.
Okay, you do that. I'll keep an eye on you, and so will Davy, I guess.
Great.
Thank you,
Thanks for
Bowman.
telling me.
Did he say anything? This part still confuses me a whole lot as well.
What did you say, Alan?
Thank you, Fletch.
He said thank you.
Oh, okay. Tell him I said hi or something? I don't know.
He can hear you.
Right.
Yeah, I can hear him.
I know you can hear him.
I miss when he could hear me.
I do wish he could hear you. This would make things a lot easier if you guys could hear him.
And Centuria, you are able to get drunk in Lafandi.
Hell yeah, bro.
They have alcohol that works on ultimate physiology.
Somehow.
Through
Lit.
the power of extra-dimensional comic book science.
All right.
That's right.
Let's get the Fondy girl wasted.
It's Spike with a little crystal.
Centuria's up like dancing on a table. The rest of Freedom League Dark is like, oh Jesus Christ.
Do we get her down? No.
Just let her go.
Just let her go.
She needs
God,
this.
Centuria's gotten girl drink drunk.
Centuria's going out with you and Medea next time you guys are in town.
Oh Lord.
Centuria tries to get Mortis to also dance on the table with her. Morty!
Mortis is off. Mortis is off. He's busy.
Aww.
Come on,
Big bummer.
Mortis. You're a pretty girl.
Morna.
So, meanwhile, we're going to go a little bit later tonight than I intended. I'm sorry about that. It'll just be a few more minutes. Meanwhile, over at Gemma's childhood home. Gemma, what is your house like?
Relatively open interior plan. A couple of rooms. One for her mom's study, one for her bedroom, one for her mom and her dad's bedroom. Her dad's no longer around. Lots of books and scrolls kind of everywhere. She'll probably walk in and see that there's a lot more pictures of her and her mom and her dad up on the walls than there used to be.
Excellent. You do find Berea and your mother there. They're sitting in the kitchen, and when you come in, your mom gives you sort of a mournful look, and Berea gives you a smile. Like a sympathetic smile, not like a crazy person smile.
Okay. So I take it you two have had your talk?
Yes, and I'm afraid we have some troubling news for you. Your friends can't stay here, Gemma. The five of you have a connection to Una. And all five of you together are allowing her magic to seep back into Lafandi, and that's not something that we can allow. We can send your friends home, or we can send all of you home. But we have to shut the door behind you. You can stay, if you wish. We can contain Una's influence around you, thanks to your connection to the planet, but their multiversal magical connection to her is not something we can control.
If my friends have to go, I have to go too. We have to see this through together.
That's
I don't
not the
just
only consequence of you leaving. Lafandi's master mage needs to be in Lafandi. If we send you there and we close the door behind you, you won't be able to influence our dimension the way you need to. And we could really use your help looking for your uncle.
I have an idea for that at the very least. But much as I'd love to stay, everything is still at risk with Una still out there. My friends and I have a chance, a small one, to put an end to this. I can't leave them to do it by themselves. I won't.
And your mom, you see, she tears up. And Berea puts a hand on her shoulder and she says, I knew you would say that. We could send you and your friends back. But it has to be tonight.
Okay. I was hoping for a little bit more time, but I guess it makes sense.
I am sorry for what it's worth.
Are you gonna stick around then for a little bit, Berea?
Yes.
Okay.
I've been reading up on some of the history, and apparently I don't make an appearance again. But I don't know if that's a consequence of my leaving with you, or if that's the way it was always meant to be. If nothing else, we can always find a way back once this Una situation is resolved.
Then I can come home, hopefully.
And Berea swallows a little bit, and she says, we'll have to see if that's something that can be done.
Resonant will kind of put a hand. She'll kind of bend over, kneel down, and put a hand on the floor and say, "I don't think she'll keep me out for too long. Just until this is all over with. Hopefully."
Hopefully. You should get your friends and meet us back here.
Sure. And she'll walk over and she'll give her mom a really big hug before she goes to collect everyone. She will go to see Ori and kind of give him the bad news that they have to leave tonight, and she's sorry for that. It's to keep everyone here safe.
Of course, you're gonna run off and be the big hero. That's who you are. Thank you for telling me so I didn't become a supervillain.
Sure. And then she'll collect her friends and take them to her home.
And Resonant, what does the spell look like that sends all of you back to Earth Prime and closes the door behind you?
So
Or are you taking brilliance?
If she wants to come. But I'm
wants to
assuming
come.
she wants to come. Okay. Then yeah, she can come.
Medea needs a girlfriend.
Medea needs a girlfriend. I'd imagine the portal is. It's a portal, but it's faceted like a gem. It kind of like as it opens, so you kind of get the sling ring portal from Doctor Strange, except it looks like a gem, probably octagonal, and it extends and should place us back in the Nerean Nexus. Before we go, though, I was going to have Dr. Adam take a scan of the robot Acasta, looking basically so that he can mull over the data as to which technology made it. Is he able to pick up any signals, any data that he can recover from it? Stuff like that, so that.
The weirdest thing, he does scan the robot. He says this is a drone, and it was being piloted from Earth Prime.
Oh.
So your uncle is somewhere on our dimension.
Well, when we get back there, maybe you can help us find him.
It would be my pleasure. We're always good people.
He was good people. But yeah, so the portal looks like an octagonal gem, and should drop us back at the Nerean Nexus. If not in, at least outside.
Awesome. As you all do appear in the Nerean Nexus, Gemma, you hear distinctly a sort of locking sound of the magic as the portal slams shut, and you feel farther from LaFondi than you've ever felt before. And I think that might be a bummer place to end this week's session. Next week, join us as we go back into the idiot box, because that was real sad. No,
the streets of Farrowburg.
Yeah, next week we're going to go to Farrowburg and see what's been going on with the other squad, the Freaky Friday squad, as they look for Nick, and they look for Dr. Necros, who took him. It's probably going to be a little more lighthearted than LaFondi. Probably not. I don't know. We'll find out.
LaFondi wasn't too bad until the end.
Because Farrowburg's known for being a center of chipper and happy fun.
Yeah.
Iron Age, here we come.
Springtime in Gotham. Hoo-ah.
And we have 2 mortises, so it's going to be double metal.
Man.
Hashtag not Gotham TM.
We're gonna have two of the vans with the art on the side. It's gonna be great.
I was about to ask.
So, thank you everybody who's been hanging out with us here tonight. We appreciate you staying with us. Tomorrow, City of Destiny is back. We will be returning, and we'll be. I don't know exactly what Aaron has planned, but I'm sure it will be a good time. Oh yeah, I was about to get my ass beat in the club. That's what was about to happen to me the last
Well,
time. I
that's
played
worth
City of
showing up for.
Destiny.
After tonight, yeah, that's still definitely worth showing up.
Yeah, really.
I was
I
kind
had
of
to
asked.
cancel my plans just to watch that.
Yeah, I picked a fight in the nightclub. I didn't pick a fight. She picked a fight with me. I'm about to get beat up by a woman in the nightclub. It's gonna be
Good.
Sounds legit.
great. So,
I mean, I can totally see that happening.
I suspect that General Acasta is probably more despised than the Arctic Fox at this point.
Mm.
So it'll
Definitely
be great
by
when,
me.
it'll be great when he shows up for the Legion of Doom. It's gonna be great. So
Snap is Nick.
Thursday we have another
Wow.
blog post coming
Sheesh.
out. Friday our new episodes from YouTube will be posted up on the website if you want to view all of our content in one consolidated place. And next Monday we will be back here, same bat time, same bat channel for Farrowburg. I want to give everybody a chance to say goodbye and plug anything they want to plug, and then we'll get out of here for the evening. Starting with Kevin.
Okay, hopefully you enjoyed our little soiree into sadness this evening. Be back for more, Farrowburg friendlies next week. Check out the City of Destiny and some of our other content. Probably seeing you. Jonesy?
Thanks everyone for tuning in tonight. Definitely check out our other streams if you got time. And I will. Yeah, I have nothing to plug. I had something earlier, but I'm spacing it. So, oh well. Over to you, Kat.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. I am very sad, so I'm just gonna go cry in a hole. Yeah, that's all I have to say. Andy?
Yes, thank you all for tuning in for this LaFonde arc. I hope you enjoyed my little add to this world, because a lot of this was world building that I did just because, well, I had to be a character different than everybody else.
Andy trademark.
And trademarked.
TM.
So thank you all for joining us for this foray into my creativity and Alex's twisting and turning within that world, because can't do it without him. We'll be back next week. Come join us for that, and join us for everything else we've got coming on up in the new year for you guys. It's gonna be a good one, hopefully. So, Calvin.
All right. Yeah. Again, thanks everybody for joining us. This was a pretty heavy episode, but we had a lot of great character moments, I feel. And Bowman's gonna go learn how to knit and how to enchant a cloak.
You lost the
again,
last thing that Adrian Eldridge gave to anybody else.
Yeah, I know. Yepperoo. That is
Yeah.
We gotta fix that before 7 gets back.
Steve Kenser gave that to you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Oh,
Oh no.
Also,
Tell
I'm
your
very,
bosses-
very surprised that you did not pick up that Terminus thing to turn it into an arrow launcher of some kind.
What? No, I have my own arrow launcher. It's
Sphere-
a bow.
Sphere of Annihilation arrow.
No, the only technology I trust is my own,
That's fair. That's 100% fair.
and the parachute I have to make. But yeah, again, I'm over. If you want to see more of me flubbing about, I'm over on the Win with Dice channel. We have a new podcast going up this week, our first of the year, and some gaming streams. I got a really fun mod for Skyrim, so hopefully you come check that out on Friday.
Yay.
Awesome.
And,
And I forgot, I have one more announcement to make. On the 26th of this month, so the last Wednesday of this month, we will be doing the finale for our Suicide Squad stream that we started for Gen Con. So we will have the Suicide Squad back here ready to infiltrate the Justice League Watchtower and try to find a cure for the Splinter virus. So that's going to be a whole bunch of fun. And if I remember correctly, they are standing over the poor eviscerated corpse of the Flash, who was killed by Polka Dot Man.
We also knocked out Green Arrow.
And Green Arrow was knocked out. So yeah, it's gonna be a great rollicking time. That will be Wednesday the 26th on at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you are looking to catch up on what happened in that story before then, we do have our YouTube episodes. There are 4 of them up on YouTube, our YouTube channel. Duh, that's where YouTube videos live, Alex. English is hard. Everybody have a great night. Read a book. We will see you. We will see you here, same bad time, same bad channel next week. Make good choices.